Hello, hello, Mystic GLoLady here. It has been too long since I have done any divination readings. It's been a year and a half that I have taken a hiatus in order to finish my civil rights lawsuit that's now in the Supreme Court, and I've also started going back and seeking higher education. So I've been up to a whole lot of things, and I hope that you have been creating as well. My Patreon GLoLady site is up and almost ready to run. I have my inspirational wallet size photos for download, and also my healthy hippie hemp oil blends and other essential oil blends, as well as tools of the trade. There's lots of different support levels, so I hope to see you on my site, GLoLady, on Patreon. I'll put a link below. And now, on to your reading. Hello, Libra. This is your tarot reading for June 2017. I hope the world has been treating you well and good. And we are going to be starting it out in the first house. The first house of you, the first house of yourself. And you have Jupiter sitting there, and Jupiter going direct on you. What kind of goodies are coming your way in June, Libra? As we started out in that first house of self, you have the Six of Swords, the earned success. You have earned it, and Jupiter is there, and it's like, what are you communicating out there? Talk loud, talk proud. Talk loud, talk proud, but do not boast. Because in the second house of finances and possessions, there is material trouble. There is the Five of Pentacles. So when you are being loud and proud, do not be boastful. Otherwise, it might cost you. Okay, how is it going to cost you? Your words have meaning, so harm none and do as you will. In the third house of communications, you have the Two of Pentacles, the harmonious change. So if you're talking and thinking and focusing on not enough money, okay, because Jupiter has been retrograde, there might have been some problems regarding money, but that does not mean that you cannot communicate richly. You have the full moon there on the 9th, and Saturn is retrograde. So, going back over and having those communications regarding money, all right? Whether you owe or someone owes you, what is that? What you see as not enough of, okay? You talk about it. With that two in there, it's saying that there is. So why keep focusing on don't have, not enough, isn't? I feel that you are looking at it in the wrong manner. As you come into the fourth house of your home, Pluto is there going back over, transforming. You have the Princess of Wands in there. So what is it on your home front? Are things being built? Are things being torn down? When we come into the fifth house, you have the Ten of Swords, the ruin. When you're going out and having fun, don't be blowing the money or talking boastful or making bets with money that you don't have. Don't go out and brag and boast and bet. because June's going to come and kick your butt. And I'm talking the month, I'm not talking June. I really do not believe in violence, but nature can be violent with the storms that go through our lives. And as we're going into the 6th house, you have Neptune in there, and Neptune is already the illusions and delusions, and you have the wounded healer in there, Chiron, and you have the Empress, new birth, new beginnings, new creations. So are you looking at a whole new way to blossom, which that seems to be a theme in June? Is it that summer solstice that's coming up that is transforming people? That's something to consider, being that it will be here the 22nd of June, 22nd, 23rd, as we go into the 7th house, the 7th house of relationships and partnerships. You have the Ace of Wands, new beginnings, new beginnings. You have Venus in there at the beginning for the first week. You have Uranus in there. Uranus is 27 going to 28 degrees, but unusual, inspirational. So meeting new people. Meeting new people that are inspirational to you. When you meet these new people who are inspirational, remember what I said about the boasting. Do not boast. Be honest. Be down to earth. Be grounded. Be real. In the 8th house, you have the Justice, the 8th house of other people's money. There's justice in there. If you're talking about the money and the betting, ooh, well, there again, justice is in there. So I would be very wary of what is right in the middle of the month going down. And don't bet with other people's money. You know, if you're going out and doing things that you know are not good, June might hold you accountable. All right. June might hold you accountable. So try to live on that higher plane, of a harm none, do as you will mentality. Because if you do not, you could possibly be very, very disappointed. And if you're hearing commotion in the background, that is my precious puppies that are not sleeping at the moment, that are playing. So in the 9th house, the 8 of Cups, the abandoned success, the going after. Why not? Why not go after? Are you putting your priorities in the wrong perspective? You have that new moon on the 23rd. The sun's shining down on top of it. Mercury coming in on the 7th. Mars is there at the beginning. So why are you not happy? Oh, you haven't learned that lesson. Aha. Okay. Learn to live by divine. It is much easier. Well, it's not so much always easier. It's easier. It comes much easier with practice. How's that? But living on a higher plane and harming none, and even if you are harmed, wishing no one harm. I guess that's probably one of the hardest, is when someone hurts you, you want to pay them back. And you have to learn that that's, one negative against another negative is not going to make a positive. It's not going to make a positive reaction. it just creates more negative energy. So, being careful. And in your 10th house of career, you have a lot of things going on in there. The fifth house, or the on the fifth, Mars is moving in there. Um, Sun's going to be shining there on the 22nd, the same day that Mercury's coming in there. And I say that that's somewhere in around summer, or yes, summer solstice. Jeez, can't get it right. I shouldn't say that, because thought creates form. Not saying I can't get it right. It's learning to flow. It's learning to flow, to go with it, because you're on top of it. You're on top of it at the beginning of the month. And it looks like in the middle of the month there's going to be some change and transformation going through. You have the Tower in the 11th house of hopes and wishes, dreams and associates. So what you have been trying to do, what you have been going for, there's things that are changing. And we're going to go back to, the friends. And if you have friends who are with you for your money, then they are not friends. They are paid associates. So looking at where you're spending your money and learning to spend it wisely. And when you're spending money, make sure that you spend your own. Because if you do not spend your own, there's a big change that's coming up. There's a big change that's coming up in the middle of the month, and at the end of the month, you're going to feel it, and you're not going to feel happy about it. So, the beginning, it looks like everything's all well and good, but just because things are going all well and good, don't be, as I keep saying, don't be boastful, don't be bragging, don't be blowing other people's money. Use your own money, and there again, don't overspend. Don't overspend in the month of June, because it's not it. Do not overspend the month of June, because you will learn to regret it at the end. That is pretty much the message what I have been hearing. Now at the end of the month, there's like a split, and it's, have you been doing good? Have you been good? And the other, have you continued in ways that are not, because you're not going to be happy. You're you're not going to be happy. So which are you? Are you going for the gusto on the back and expense of others? Or have you learned that lesson of got singed and burnt enough to know that that's not the way that you want to go down, and therefore you can recover? All right. Um, it's not black, it's not white, it's not gray. It's colorful, and it's exciting, but it can be exciting in the wrong way. So it's going to be up to you as to which direction that you are going to be going. So threefold, one finger out, three folded back. Don't be blaming others for your misjudgments. But you have a good, you have good potential. Not saying that there is not good potential. There is good potential. But there's something in the middle of the month that's going to be coming up, that's going to be changing things, and it's going to be rocking and rolling. And okay, how are we going to do this? And I say, take the high road. Libra, you have a good June. I wish you many blessings, and I will see you in July. See you, love you, bye.